What do you think about what is going to happen?
Well, I think we're in the early stages of a dramatic shift in the nature of work. I think, frankly, the way we have defined work in the past has been tightly specified activities, highly standardized activities, and frankly, that's work that robots and machines can do much better than we human beings can. The opportunity that's created by the technology is it now gives us an opportunity to say, what is it that we as humans are uniquely able to do? And it frees us from those routine kinds of tasks that most of us in our work environments are consumed by.
I think there are going to be multiple futures. And I don't think we're going from the past, the old world, into the new world. I think that we're at the beginning of the AI revolution, the robot revolution. It's barely happened yet. We're more advanced than we were before. We can do a lot of, we can do superhuman narrow tasks, but we don't have broad, deep, subtle intelligence across the board. And it's going to be a while before we have that. You know, it's a hard climb to get there. And I think that when we look for differences between humans and machines, often that, not you, but the people who often ask that question are looking for some special perch where we as humans will be immune from the advance of AI. And we have emotional intelligence, or we have creativity, exactly, and they don't. But I don't think it'll be like that. I think that they could eventually develop emotional intelligence. They already are showing signs of being able to be innovative and creative when we use evolutionary methods or genetic programming.
The challenge, I think, for all of us is the uncertainty of where the opportunities will be, and it's why I tend to focus on cultivating the capabilities that will help us to learn faster rather than focusing on specific skills, because I think too many people are saying, well, you need to learn this particular skill. And my sense is, given how rapidly the world is changing, whatever skill it is, it will become obsolete very quickly.
So you would suggest a more holistic approach to skills, correct? Could be?
Yes, starting with what's required for learning. I mean, curiosity, creativity, imagination, those are the kinds of things that will help you to learn faster, whatever skills are necessary at that point in time.
What blockchain is for you? What is and what is for you?
What it is, I think a way for us, as we change the way the world's working now, a way for us to trust each other again. So that, how do we change from only being able to trust, the person at the other end of an interaction if there's a bank in the way or a government agency? How do we start to trust each other as individuals, as companies, as organizations?
So you look at blockchain as mainly as a trust platform of trust.
Yes, yeah, and that's what it means to me. How do we find those areas where trust is broken down, or it's only being maintained by, because one agency does it, and help to decentralize that again? How do I know when someone says this orange is organic? How do I know that's true? How do we prove it? When we deliver medicines into Africa, or vaccines in particular, how do we know they've been kept at the right temperature so that we're not going to kill the person we deliver it to? Because that happens a lot at the moment. So yeah, that trust is for me the heart of what blockchain is about.
I describe myself as a long-run optimist and a short-run pessimist.
This is nice. I'm gonna steal it.
Because I think that if you're just an optimist, you tend to be very passive.
I'm optimistic about the future of technology and what we can do with technology. I think that there are reasons to be cautiously optimistic about how we can transform society. Could we build a society that is better than the one we have today, where there are more people who are happy and more people who are free of disease and free of illiteracy? I'm quite sure that we could build a better world. We could build a world where we address climate change problems and species extinction and a wide variety of problems that we have today, grand challenge problems, poverty, illiteracy, etc. The biggest challenge we have is our own evolutionary baggage, and you can see that evolutionary baggage in the news every day. In the way that countries interact with each other, the way the U.S. interacts with. It's old, but it's real.
Yeah, it's real.
And so we need to overcome some of these problems, and that's going to be a challenge. We need to work very hard to ensure that the experiment of civilization and the knowledge that we've accumulated continues. And the good news is that if we can get through those wickets, that there is no limit to what we could do and what we could become and how we could evolve.